Welcome to another episode of the Gothic Witch's Kitchen. I know it's not summer, but every once in a while I start craving summer fruits, vegetables, and berries. And today, berries is what we're after. Today, I'm going to make a blackberry cobbler. It's one of my favorites, and I know my husband will devour it quickly. Which maybe I should have bought more blackberries and made two because it's not going to last. But I digress. Eating it is the whole point, isn't it? Anyway, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is macerate our berries. No, you dirty little minx. I didn't say that word. I said macerate, which means that we're going to pour some sugar on them and allow them to develop their own syrup. So we're going to pour, I have got 2.5 cups of blackberries. They were frozen, so I have already thawed and drained them because y'all don't want to watch berries thaw, do you? That'd be about as exciting as the time I actually tried to watch paint dry. It was not diverting. Anyway, 1 cup of sugar on top of these berries. And that's it. They're going to set for about 20 minutes. I'm going to put those off to the side. And while we're doing that, I'm going to preheat my oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to melt 1/2 cup of butter. That's 1 stick, folks. And it would help if I turned on the right burner, wouldn't it? Yes. It's one of those that, you know, I'm distracted today. I'm very distracted. While your berries are macerating, feel free to have a sandwich. That's what I did. And watch some videos on YouTube. While we're melting our butter, we're going to take a medium bowl and we're going to put in 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Ooh. Oh, it's booty. And then we're going to take 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Now I know, everybody seems to make this with Bisquick. And if you want to, that's fine. But not everybody has Bisquick on hand, and not everybody uses self-rising flour. So this is a good recipe for when you don't want to do that. And then we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Alright, to the flour mixture, we're going to add 1 cup of milk. And we're going to whisk that together. Make sure your bird or doesn't burn. Oh my God. No, I didn't. I'm just going to whisk this together so there's no lumps. I want this to be smooth batter. And then into the milk and flour mixture, we're going to pour our melted butter. You know how I love butter. Butter. I'm just going to stir this around until it's well incorporated. Oh, it smells so good. Now that we've got this mixed together, we're going to take 1 8-inch pan, ungreased, and we're going to pour this mixture in. This recipe is so quick, and it would be even quicker if you knew that you were going to make it ahead of time, and you could even macerate your berries in the refrigerator overnight. Okay, on top of this, we're going to spoon our mixture. Now you can see what a gorgeous syrup that has made. It's so beautiful. And we're just going to spread this over the top. Oh man. I'm going to give it one last stir to make sure all that sugar comes off the bottom. And I'm just going to try to evenly distribute it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I hope you can see this because it's beautiful. If you can't, I'm going to scream. Oh yeah, that's good. Scrape the bottom, get all that blackberry syrup out of there. Now this is going to bake for 45 to 55 minutes, depending on your oven. You're going to want to see the batter is going to rise up through the blackberries, which is where Cobbler gets his term, because once the batter rises up, it's going to look like a cobblestone street. So it's going to go in for 45 to 55 minutes. Peek on it after 45. Once this comes up, bubbles to the top, and turns a golden brown, it is done. And we'll be back. My master has called. It's time to check the cobbler. Oh. Sorry about that. That is what a cobbler is supposed to look like. You see it's golden brown on the edges and it's puffed up and it's starting to pull away from the pan a little bit. Look at the bubbling berries. Oh, it's delightful. Yes, yes. I cannot wait to eat this tonight. Yes. Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Gothic Witch's Kitchen. I know today's episode was very short, but sometimes it's good to have a recipe that seriously doesn't take long at all, especially when you have other things to do. I do hope that you try making a cobbler of your own. Now, you can substitute some other berries, but not blueberries, because they're not going to make their syrup the way like a blackberry or a raspberry would do. I would stick with blackberries for this recipe particularly, or you can always do peaches. I love peach cobbler, and if you don't feel like cutting up peaches, open up a freaking can, drain it, and use those peaches. Add a little bit of cinnamon into your flour mixture, and you've got a delightful dessert that everyone will love. So thank you for joining me. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. If you have subscribed, you fucking rock. Thank you. And I'll see you next week for another episode of the Gothic Witch's Kitchen. Goodbye. Oh, when you're so excited, you can't think straight. I'm so excited, y'all. Okay, Gothic Witch is in a really good mood. No, I just found out that my favorite band, Motionless in White, will be coming to my town in May. And let me tell you something, I've been wearing this shirt faithfully every day since January 1st. The collar is starting to get a little worn, but that's okay because they're my band and I love them. I'm so excited. I can't wait. My head is swimming with all sorts of good imaginings. And maybe that's why I had a day that was actually blooper free, because I could actually, I was in a good mood today. I'm such a good mood. And here comes my dog to figure out what I'm on. I do hope that you try. Fuck. See, my face hurts from smiling. This is what Motionless in White does. Oh my god. Okay.